Hello guys, in this video we will discuss about situation-based F&B questions. Nowadays in the interviews, the interviewer are asking situation-based interview questions. So they will give you different situation and they will ask your response. What would be your response in this situation? These type of questions are asked to know your logical thinking and your decision-making power in critical situations which are faced by F&B operation on daily basis. So let's discuss one by one some of these type of critical situations and what are the appropriate responses to it. So number one is, what will you do if a large group comes to a restaurant and asks for a table without any reservation or without paying first? So if it is a large group and you don't have enough tables available, you can see that how many tables are available at the moment. Same time, you need to inform the kitchen also whether they are prepared to take this table in their kitchen. Once you have all this confirmed, then you can inform the guests to be seated in one of the bar and have their aperitifs or some cocktails. And once the table is available, table is ready, you can arrange the table by the time and call the guests from the bar. Situation number two, suppose you are working in a busy restaurant and you have guests who have already finished their meal and they are still sitting, and you have some guests who are waiting to be seated. What would be your response? So this situation is quite critical. You cannot tell the guests to leave who are sitting, because some people comes not only for the food but for the experience and spend time there. But still you want to run the business also, you have still guests waiting outside to be seated. So what would be your response to it? So the response to it would be, if it happens on regular basis on the weekends that you really don't have tables available and you still have guests waiting outside, you can do a trick that while taking reservation you can inform the guest that although we are fully booked, but we have a slot available from 7 to 8 or 8 to 9. By informing the time, the guest will have in back of their mind that they need to leave of 1 hour, and after 1 hour this table need to be released to some other guest. So that can be a trick which can be used, but again it will be according to the policy of the hotel. Situation number three, what would you do with a wine if a guest order and says there is a fault or there is a taste is not good? So the answer to this is that you must have a sommelier who are well educated about wines, and they can go to the guest and convince, because fault of wine are quite clear. They cannot be misunderstood with any aroma or bouquet or anything like that. So they need to go and convince the guest that this is the aroma and taste of the wine. This is not a fault and this is how it is. So guests need to understand this. But still, if guest insists that he does not like it, then you will have to maybe sell it by glass, special by the glass, or maybe try to sell to other guests, those who understand the value of this wine. So that is the only solution to that problem. Now we move on to the next problem or situation, that is, what is more efficient for you, a table of 12 or three table of 4? Generally speaking, the answer to it is three table of 4 would be more manageable and more profitable, as the groups initially they order a big quantity, but later on they don't order that much. And on busy weekends, it is a stress on the kitchen that with all the other orders, because the food comes together, the starters come together, the main course come together, so it becomes very stressful for the kitchen to deal with these kind of tables, and they lack in delivering the best quality to other tables also. So it is always a better option to take the smaller tables than having a big long table. Next situation, suppose a guest comes and sit on a table which is usually taken by a regular guest. So there is a table which is taken by a regular guest every day. He comes and he sit on the very particular table on it, and there is a guest one day, some other guest came and sat on this table. So what is the solution to this problem? So the solution is that, so solution to this is, one is the precaution. When you knew that every day one guest is coming and sitting here and he is very regular, so you're supposed to place a reserve tag there. So if reserve tag is there on the table, any other guest will not sit on the table if you did not keep a reserve tag on this table. So this table is available for anyone, any walk-in guest. So you cannot ask the guest to get up because this table is taken usually by our regular guest. You need to speak to the your regular guest that unfortunately this table is taken by this gentleman or this guest. Maybe if you like any other similar table today, and from the next time we will make sure that your table is always reserved for you. That is the only solution to it. Next situation, suppose a restaurant staff working under you has been working for almost a year and he did not learn as much is expected from him even after giving multiple trainings. what would be your response? What would you do? Will you fire this staff, or will you keep this staff? What would be your response to it? See, you have spent almost a year and you have given multiple trainings to this staff, and he might not be very good in excelling in all these areas, but he has got understood the culture and the customers and other things of the hotel. So it will not be a good idea just to sack him. Rather, keep him, or you may be keeping him in a back area or doing some other jobs, or not giving promotion till he is up to mark, and do things like that rather than just firing his staff. Next situation: suppose you are a supervisor in a restaurant and staff working under you is not doing work according to you, but the result is okay, guests are happy, and all things are fine. But you are not satisfied because the things are not happening, work is not happening according to you. But the thing which you tell now will happen after doing something else. So you are not satisfied at all. What would be your response to it? So the response to it, the answer to it is that you need to sit down with this staff, and you need to have a conversation and try to ask what is his idea of work, and how you can come to a same page almost, and then maybe sometime you can sit down with the manager, and manager can talk with both of you, and make a procedure of doing work which is more important, which can be delayed. All these things can be discussed, so you don't need to keep quiet, don't need to keep working like that, and you need to have a conversation with your subordinate in that situation.